Hi, welcome once more to Mr. Max. In this lesson, we are going to revise from February-March 2018 trigonometry topic. Okay, February-March 2018 trigonometry section, that is question number 5 and 6. Okay, without wasting time, we can start question number 5.1. What is 5.1? Question number 5.1. If cos 2 theta is equal to, it is given cos 2 theta is minus 5 over 6, and what is a condition? 2 theta is an element of 180 to 270. So this is the given trigonometry. Cos 2 theta is minus 5 over 6 and 2 theta is an element of 180 to 270. Now look at that question. Calculate without using a calculator the values in the simplest form of. So you have to find the values of the following without using calculator. Okay. 5.1.1 sine 2 theta. So first question is you have to find 5.1.1 sine of 2 theta. This is what you want to find. Okay, so here what is the angle? What is the angle here in the given equation? 2 theta is the angle. Okay, so you have to draw a Cartesian plane showing this minus 5 over 6. Okay, so let's try to draw that Cartesian plane. Here you know that this is the y-axis and this one is the x-axis. So this is the x and this is the y-axis. Okay, now you know that this one is 0, here it is 90, this is 180, and this one is 270, then 360. Okay, so look at this 2 theta. 2 theta is an element of 180 to 270. It is straightforward. Okay, you don't want to think anything else. Between 180 and 270. Between 180 and 270 means it is on the third quadrant. Okay, so our point is somewhere here, and this angle from the positive, this angle is, you have to understand that that is 2 theta. Okay, and here is our point in the third quadrant. Why it is on the third quadrant? Because straightforward it is given that 2 theta is an element of 180 to 270. So 180 to 270 means it's on the third quadrant. Okay, now you know maybe in your school you studied opposite side. Okay, assume that this angle is 90 degrees, and let me call this angle as this angle as r. This is capital Y and this is capital X. Okay, and this angle is, this side is small letter y and this side is small letter x, and this one is r. Okay, try to practice like this. It is better to do it like this. Okay, now I know that some of you studied if this angle is this one is theta. Okay, then you practice O, then adjacent side A and H. Okay, so I don't prefer that. There is nothing different, no difference in that one, but I don't like this O stands for opposite side, A stands for adjacent side, H stands for hypotenuse. Okay, so let's practice like this, then it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so instead of this opposite side you have to remember, okay, opposite side we are representing with a small letter y, adjacent side we are representing with the x, small letter x, and hypotenuse we are representing with the r. Okay, so just remember that one. What is the adjacent side? X. What is opposite side? Small letter y. And what is a hypotenuse? Small letter r. Okay, so just remember that one, then it is easy for to do all the questions. Okay, instead of that O, A and H. Okay, it's the same thing, but remember like this, that's more easy. Okay, so this is the y stands for opposite side, x stands for adjacent side, and r stands for hypotenuse. Okay, so now it is given that cos 2 theta is minus 5 over 6. So what is the definition of cos you studied? Cos means, what is cos theta you studied? Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Do you remember in grade 10 you studied cos theta is theta or 2 theta, doesn't matter, that's the angle. Okay, adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side, which letter we denote? Here I told you this is x stands for the adjacent side, y stands for the opposite side, and r stands for the hypotenuse. Okay, so adjacent side is x, hypotenuse is r. So in effect, this one given minus 5 over 6 stands for x over r. You understand? Okay, so once if you have a question like this, you have to check what is cos adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay, adjacent side we represented with, that's the only thing that you have to remember. Adjacent side we represented with the x, hypotenuse we represented with the r. So x over r. Okay, now we have to find sine 2 theta. Okay, so before that, look at this one. Let me erase all of these. Okay, so this one is x over r. Okay, so now x is minus 5 and r is 6. You can say it like that. Okay, so the value of x is equal to minus 5. Yeah, of course here x value is minus 5, so we can write x as minus 5. Then r is equal to 6. Okay, so which one is short there? Which one is not here? We have x value and r value. Which one is not there? Y is not there. So we have to find the value of y. Okay, so there also remember like this. Once more, this is just a recap we already studied in grade 10. Okay, so just remember, you grade 12 students, metric students, you have to remember these things. Then when you write your exam, you can write it fast. Okay, so if you want to find the hypotenuse, okay, you remember like this. This is root of x square plus y square. If you want to find the value of x, adjacent side, okay, then r square minus, what do you want to find? X. So r square minus y square. Okay, then if you want to find y, root of r square minus, you want to find y, so it is r square minus x square. Okay, so if you remember this one, then this type of questions you can do it easily. Okay, so here x is, we know x and r, we want to find y. So what do you have to remember? How to find y? Root of r square minus x square. That must come from your mind. Okay, so it is root of r square minus x square, because I know how to find y. Root of r square minus x square. If I want to find x, root of r square minus y square is easy to remember. If you want to find r root of x square plus y square. Okay, so here substitute the values. Y is equal to root of r square. R is 6 square minus x square minus 5 square. We substituted r and x. Okay, so now what is answer for that one? Y is equal to root of 36 minus 5 square is 25. So y is equal to root of 36 minus 25. What's answer? 11. Okay, so you must be careful. Here the x value is negative. Am I right? On the third quadrant, here the x value is negative and the y value is also negative. Okay, so even though you are getting y is equal to square root of 11, you know, when you write a square root of 11, you are supposed to write a plus or minus. Okay, so you have to take only the minus value here. That means it implies that y is equal to minus root 11, or let me write here as plus or minus root 11, then confusion is gone. So y is equal to plus or minus root 11. So you have to take which one, plus root 11 or minus root 11? You have to take the negative answer. Why? because here on the third quadrant y is negative. Am I right? Okay, so y is equal to minus root 11. Okay, so now normally we represent a point with the x and y values. Am I right? X comma y, like this, x comma y. Okay, so here at this point, what is the x value we got? Minus 5. So here the x value is minus 5 and y value now we got as minus root 11. Okay, now we got the x value, y value and r. Okay, now let's see what is the first question. Okay, so listen once more before I erase this one. What I did, first I draw a Cartesian plane, then it is given that 180 to 270. 180 to 270 means that it is on the third quadrant. So I draw a line, put a point here. Okay, and what is given? Cos 2 theta is minus 5 over 6. What is the definition of cos? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. So we know that adjacent side we represented with the x and hypotenuse we represented with the r. Okay, so x is equal to this one, r is equal to 6. Okay, then using this formula that you have to by heart. Okay, you have to know this formula to how to find y, how to find x, how to find r. Okay, that I already wrote. You have to revise that one and watch that again. Okay, then substitute, we got the y values. So now we have all the values x, y and r. Now it's easy. Okay, let's look at the first question, 5.1.1. okay, so what is our x value? X is equal to minus 5 and now our y value is minus root 11 and r is 6. Okay, what is the first question? 5.1.1. 5.1.1. What is that question? You have to find in the simplest find the values of the simplest form sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta. This is what you want to find. Sine of 2 theta. So here what is the angle? 2 theta. Here what is the angle? 2 theta. So there is we can take the same x and r. Okay. So here also the angle is 2 theta. So what is the definition of sine? Sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. Am I right? So opposite side we represented with y, divided by hypotenuse we represented with r. Without any mistake you have to know that. Okay, sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side y, hypotenuse is r. Okay, so just substitute the values there. That's the answer. What is y? Minus root 11 divided by what is r? It is 6, and that is the answer. That's all. Okay, now second question, 5.1.2. what is that question? Sine squared theta. You have to find the value of sine square theta. How can you find the value of sine square theta? So here maybe some of you are thinking that okay, sine theta is, don't write this one, sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, opposite side is y, so it is minus root 11 divided by hypotenuse is 6, then square that one because here it is square. Okay, but that one is wrong. Can you say why? Because here it is the, what is the angle? Theta. Here all of this one, what is that one? It is 2 theta, but here the angle is theta. Okay, so if you write it like this, square of this one, the answer is wrong. Okay, so what you have to do in this type of questions, you have to find an expression to convert this 2 theta and theta. Okay, so 2 theta is a double angle. Am I right? Okay, so 2 theta and theta, do you know any expressions that is connecting that 2 theta and theta? Do you studied the double angle cos or sine 2 theta? We have to find sine theta. Okay, so what are the expression or what are the expansions for cos 2 theta? Double angle formula. One formula is 2 cos squared theta minus 1, and what is the second formula? 1 minus 2 sine square theta, and what is the third formula? Cos squared theta minus sine square theta. These formulas are there in your question paper, okay, on the formula sheet, but my recommendation is you have to by heart this formula, okay. You have to know this formula, okay, it's very important, okay. So cos to the, but when you write your exam, if you have any doubt, you can check what is the answer, okay. Check in the formula sheet what is the formula once more, is there any mistake, okay. But otherwise it is better to by heart this formula. Cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sine square theta, or cos square theta minus sine square theta. So which formula we can use? Is it this formula or this one or this one? Which formula we can use to, what is our question? This question, don't forget our question, we have to find sine square theta. That is our question, am I right? Okay, so which formula we can use? Can we use this one, or this one to find sine square theta? Yeah, of course we have to use this one. If we use this one, we can find cos square theta or cos theta. If you use this one, we can find sine square theta. But here you can't use, because both the terms are there. So there is no use to use this formula, okay. So to find sine square theta, it is better to use this formula, okay. So we can use that formula in our question, okay. So now look at the board. I'm going to write that formula, 1 minus 2 sine square theta here. So cos 2 theta is 1 minus sine square, 1 minus 2 sine square theta, okay. What is cos 2 theta? That is given minus 5 over 6. So we can substitute the values. Minus 5 over 6 is equal to 1 minus 2 into sine square theta, okay. So let's take this minus 2 sine square theta to the left side, and take this minus 5 over 6 to the other side. So here this minus on the right side, left side, it is positive. So it is positive 2 sine square theta is equal to, this 1 is already on the right side. Take this minus 5 over 6 to the right side. So it is going to be plus 5 over 6, okay. So check in your calculator, what is answer for that one? 2 sine square theta is equal to, what is answer? 11 over 6. You can check in your calculator, okay. So now this 2 is multiplication, am I right? So if I want to take this 2 to the other side, it is division, am I right? Okay, or divide both sides with the 2, whatever method, okay. So here it is multiplication, I want to take this 2 to the other side, okay. So it is division. Division means this 2 will go to the denominator, okay. So now look at this one, sine square theta. Therefore sine square theta is equal to 11 divided by, this 2 will multiply with this denominator, so 2 times 6, that is 12. So what is the answer of sine square theta? 11 over 12, okay. And that is question number 5.1.2, okay. So here listen once more. What do you have to know to do this question? We have to know this formula, okay. Cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Then once if we know this formula, then we have to do this type of question easily, okay. Just to substitute the values, then find sine square theta, okay. So by heart all that 3 formulas for cos 2 theta, double angle cos, okay. And by heart the formula for sine 2 theta. We don't know which question, what type of question when you write your exam it's coming, okay. So it's better to know all those formulas, okay. So that is 5.1.2. now let's go to the next question, 5.2. Question number 5.2. What is that question? 5.2. Simplify sine 180 minus x, sine 180 minus x into cos of minus x plus cos of 90 plus x into cos of x minus 180. you have to simplify this one into a single trigonometry ratio. So what is the meaning of that one? You have to simplify this question using a single trigonometric ratio. Okay, so three trigonometry, sine, cos and tan. Okay, either they want the answer the whole of this thing in sine, or they want the whole of this thing in cos, or they want the whole of this thing in tan. Doesn't matter which trigonometry ratio, but it must be only one trigonometry. Okay, either sine or cos or tan, the final answer. Okay, so now to do this one, what we want to know? Yeah, we have to know that reduction formulas. Okay, so just a recap, I'm just briefly going to explain that one here. So to watch, to understand more about that one, you have to watch the classes where I explain all these reduction methods. Okay, so here for this question, to do this question, I briefly explain here. Okay, otherwise you have to watch the lesson that explain all of these reduction methods. Okay, so this is the x and y axis, this is the x axis and this is the y axis. This is 0, 90, 180, 270, then this is 360. Again it is rotation, do you remember that one? Okay, then this is theta, acute angle. How can you write this one? 90 minus theta, or this one is 90 plus theta, or from this side 180 minus theta to the this is a third quadrant, this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Okay, so here how can you write 180 plus theta, then or 270 minus theta, or this one is 270 plus theta, or 360 minus theta, or this one is 360 plus theta also. Okay, anyway, I hope you remember this one. Okay, and here which trigonometry is positive? All the trigonometries are positive. Here what? Sine is positive. Okay, here what? Tan is positive. Then here what? Cos is positive. On the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. Okay, so this is what you studied last year, grade 11. Am I right? Okay, so you have to apply that one here to do this question. Okay, so I hope you know this one. Okay, so if you don't know, you have to watch that video where I explain this reduction method. Okay, so here sine of 180 minus x. So 180 minus x is x or theta, is the same thing. Okay, this x stands for the angle theta. Okay, 180 minus x, which quadrant is that? 180 minus theta is in the second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sine is positive. Here what? It is sine. So our answer is this one is positive sine. Okay, positive sine x. Okay, listen once more. When you write this type of question, reduction formula question, okay, so you have to ask yourself in this order. Okay, first question is 180 minus x is in which? You are going to ask yourself. Okay, 180 minus x is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Second question is that sine is positive. Here what? Sine, so it is positive. Okay, then one more question, is it, if it is based on 180 or 360? Here it is based on 180. If it is based on 180 or 360, no change. 180, so no change, so it is, we can write sine x. Okay, then into, okay, listen once more. What are the questions you have to ask yourself when you are doing this one without any mistake? First question, okay, 180 minus x is in which quadrant? I'm talking based on this one. Okay, 180 minus x is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second question, second quadrant, what is positive? Sine is positive. So here what? That is my third question. Here what? Sine, so it is positive. Okay, then if it is based on 180, no change. If it is based on 180, no change. Okay, so you have to ask yourself in like that. Okay, then you won't make mistake in this one. This type of question is very easy, but just follow that method. Okay, 180 minus x is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sign is positive. Here what? Sign. So sign is positive. Okay, then 180, any change in the graph? No, no change. So it is, I mean, any change in the trigonometry? No. Horizontal line, no change. Do you remember these things? Okay, horizontal line, no change. So here sign. So that sign is same here. Okay, then cos of minus x. Cos of minus x is what? Sine of minus x. What is the answer? Minus sine x. Okay, then cos of minus x, you just remember like this, then we can answer easily. Okay, cos of minus x is not minus, it is positive cos x. Tan of minus x, there it is minus tan x. You have to remember this one. Okay, the only difference is for cos. Cos of minus x is positive cos x, not the negative cos x. Okay, otherwise sine of minus x minus sin x, tan of minus x is minus tan x. Okay, so cos of minus x is positive cos x. So this one is cos positive cos x plus, okay, again reduction formula, 90 plus x. 90 plus x is in which quadrant? I'm asking myself. Okay, so you have to ask like this, 90 plus x is in which quadrant? 90 plus second quadrant. Okay, second quadrant, what is positive? Sine is positive. Here what? Cos. So it is negative. Do you understand? Okay, so it is negative. So I'm supposed to put a negative. Okay, if it is based on 90, change to its cofunction. To remember that one. Okay, if it is based on 90 or 270, you have to change to its cofunction. What is the cofunction of cos? It is sine. Okay, so it is minus sine x. Listen once more. 90 plus x is in which quadrant? 90 plus x, second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sine is positive. Here what? Cos. So it is negative. Okay, 90, yes, there is change to its cofunction. What is the cofunction of cos? It is sine. So it is sine x. Okay, okay, now next one, cos of x minus 180. Okay, there now I will explain how to write like that one, but when you write your exam, you can directly write. Okay, there is no need to write all the steps. Okay, so cos of x minus 180. Okay, so what you studied, what I explained here, this one, cos of minus x, if something comes like this, cos of minus x, this is the same as positive cos of x. You remember I explained just now. Okay, cos of minus x is positive cos x. Okay, just leave it like that. Okay, our question is cos of x minus 180. Okay, so look at what I'm going to do. This cos of this x minus 180, I'm going to swap it around. Okay, so it is minus of 180 minus x. I can write it like this, cos of minus of 180 look at this, minus into 180 minus 180 minus into minus x, minus into minus is positive x, that is this one. Okay, so cos of x minus 180, we can write it like this, cos of 180 minus, I mean cos of minus of 180 minus x. Okay, so now look at this one. This one is cos of minus of an angle. 180 minus x is an angle. Okay, minus of 180 minus x. So here cos of minus of an angle, x stands for an angle, cos of minus of an angle is cos of that angle. So here cos of minus of an angle, here angle is 180 minus x. Okay, cos of minus of an angle. So how can you write cos of that angle? So it is cos of that angle, that is 180 minus x. Okay, so try to understand like this, cos of x minus 180 is the same as cos of 180 minus x, only in the case of cos. Okay, if it is in the case of sine or in case instead of this one, if the question is like this, sine of x minus 180, in case if it is like that, then what you have to write? Quickly you have to write minus of sine 180 minus x. You understand? You have to put a minus there outside. Then you can write 180 minus x. Instead of this sine, if it is tan, then also you have to write minus of tan of 180 minus x. Okay. So in the case of sine or tan, you have to write minus of sine 180 minus x or minus of tan 180 minus x. But only in the case of cos of x minus 180 is the same as cos of 180 minus. Only in the case of cos. X minus 180 and 180 minus x is the same. But if it is sine or cos, then you have to put a minus there. You understand? Okay. Okay. So here our question is cos of x minus 180. So you have to understand that that is the same as cos of 180 minus x. Okay. Now next step, let's go to the next step. So those who didn't write this one, you have to pause the video and write it. Okay, that is very important. Then after that we can continue watching video. Okay, now one more thing, look at this one. When you write, if you have a minus or something like this, you have to write it on top. Okay, just to avoid mistake. Okay, so it's better to write it on top to avoid mistake. Okay, so now what is this one? Next step, this is equal to positive, so sin x into cos x, then plus into minus is, okay, what is plus into minus? 90 minus x. Okay, let me write it once more. Plus minus sin x, look at where I wrote the minus on top. Okay, then times 180 minus x, cos of 180 minus x. Now we have to apply reduction formula. Okay, so I'm going to again ask myself, 180 minus x is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. 180 minus x. Okay, second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sine. Here what? Cos. So it is negative. Okay, once more, 180 minus x is in which quadrant? 180 minus second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sine is positive. Here what? Cos. So it is negative. Can you see it's order, it's coming. Okay, and you won't make mistake if you think in this order. Okay, then one more thing, don't forget that if it is based on 180 or 360 horizontal line, no change in the trigonometry. So here it is cos, so here also it is cos, then that trigonometry. Okay, but in case if here it is 90 or 270, you are supposed to write the cofunction of cos. Okay, that is sine. Okay, but here it is 180, so you can write the same trigonometry here. Okay, okay, so let's write one more step. So this is sin x into cos x. Then look at this one, minus into minus is all of these are multiplication. Okay, minus times minus is positive, positive into positive is positive. Okay, then again sin x into cos x. So now look at this step, sin x into cos x plus sin x into cos x, these are like terms. Sin x into cos x plus sin x into cos x. So how many sin x cos x are there? 2 sin x cos x. Am I right? Okay, so sin x into cos x plus sin x into cos x, or you can say this is 1, here also 1. So 1 sin x cos x plus 1 sin x cos x. So how many sin x cos x are there? It is 2 sin x cos x. So it is 2 sin x cos x. Have you seen this one somewhere else? Yeah, this is the double angle for sine 2 theta. What is the expansion? 2 sin theta cos theta. So 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. So what about 2 sin x cos x? That is sin 2x. Okay, so this one is sin 2x. So the answer is sine 2x. Okay, so that is question number 5.2. Now let's go to question number 5.3. Okay, now let's go to question number 5.3. What is question number 5.3? Determine the values of sine 3x into cos y plus cos 3x into sine y if 3x plus y is equal to 270 degrees. So you have to determine the value of sine 3. You have to find the value of this one, and it is given that 3x plus y is 270. Okay, so here you can see 3x and y, something happening there. Okay, can you say what is that one? How can you simplify or find the value of that? Means you have to find the number. Okay, what is the answer for that one? So here look at this, sine 3x cos y plus cos 3x sine y. What is that one, guys? Look at this. Instead of this 3x, if I call this one as a, okay, instead of that 3x, if I call this as a and this y as b, what I called a 3x. So here 3x is a and y I called as b. So this y is b. Now can you read like that with a and b? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Do you remember what is that one? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. What is this one? Yeah, this is sine of a plus b. So that's why I told you it is better, even though this formula is there at the back side of your question paper, okay, it is better to by heart this formula. Then only when you see a question like this, you can understand that, oh okay, is it not like that formula? You understand? Because this formula is already in your mind. Okay, then only you can compare. When you read a question like this, you can compare this formula, this one, with the formula that is in your mind. Okay, if it is just leave it as the last page or the formula sheet, then maybe you won't get that connection. Okay, so it is better to by heart this formula. It's not a easy difficult formula. Sine of a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. That's all. Okay, if here it is minus, here it is minus. That's all. Okay, so sine of a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So how can we write this one like that? Sine 3x plus sine 3x cos y plus cos 3x sine y. That is sine of a plus b. So sine of a is, what is our a here? 3x. Sine of a plus b. What is our b? It is y. So it is sine of 3x plus y. And it is given in the question that 3x plus y is 270. So it is 270. So what is the answer of sine 270? Sine 270, you can check in your calculator, no problem. Okay, it is nothing given written there. Don't use calculator. Okay, so times sine 270, the answer is 1. So what is the question? Find the value of this one. So you have to understand that, okay, this one is a formula what you studied, sine of a plus b, that is sine a cos b plus cos a. Then instead of that a 3x, it is a, instead of b it is y. So sine of a plus b, that is 3x plus y. Then substitute the answer. Okay, so that is question number 5.3. Now let's go to question number 5.4. Question number 5.4. What is that question? Given 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x, 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x. If it is given like this, okay, then first question, show that the equation can be rewritten as you have to show that if it is like this, the equation can be rewritten as 2 sine square x plus 3 sine x minus 2 is equal to 0. So there is an equation given like this, and you have to rewrite that equation like this in this format. Okay, so now that's a simple question. Question number 5.4.1. Question number 5.4.1, rewrite this equation like this. Okay, that's all. So now we know that the tan x is sin x by cos x. Okay, so let's write that one that we know now. 2 into cos x is equal to 3 into this tan x, we can write it as sin x by cos x. Okay, now here what we can do now, here look at this one, only sin is here, so cos is not there, so somehow they remove that cos. Okay, so just this is the denominator. If I want to take this one to this side, it is multiplication. Here it is division, on the left side it is multiplication. Am I right? Okay, so this cos x you have to multiply with this numerator. Okay, so here it is 2 into cos x times cos x, this one will multiply each other, so it is cos square x is equal to 3 sin x. Okay, so now cos squared x, in our expression what we want, there is no cos, so only sine. So now in our expression there is a cos squared x, so how can we convert that into sine? Yeah, you know that sine square x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. So what is cos squared x from there? From this equation, take the sine squared x to the other side, so it is 1 minus sine square x. Okay, so this cos squared x, instead of that cos squared x, we can write it as 1 minus sine squared x, so it is 2 into 1 minus sine square x is equal to 3 into sine x. Okay, expand the bracket. 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into minus sine squared x is minus 2 sine square x. Yeah, we are almost there. Take this one to this side, left side, so it is minus 3 sine x is equal to 0. Now just write it in order. Okay, so this one is minus 2 sine square x, then this one minus 3 sin x, then this constant term plus 2 is equal to 0. Now what we have to do? Multiply with the minus. Okay, so minus into minus is positive, positive 2 sin squared x, minus into minus is positive 3 sin x, minus into plus is minus 2 is equal to 0, and that's what we want. Okay, so we write this equation in this format. Okay, let me erase that one and write it once more here just to avoid confusion. Multiply throughout with a negative, or divide throughout with a negative, whatever may be. Okay, minus into minus is 2 sin square x, minus into minus is plus 3 sin x, minus into plus is minus 2 is equal to 0, and that is what we want to prove. Okay, so that is 5.4.1. now let's go to 5.4.2. Okay, question number 5.4.2. 5.4.2, what is that question? Determine the general solution of x if 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x. You have to find the general solution of x if 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x. Okay, so look at the previous, what is the question? You have to write the general solution for this equation. Okay, so look at the previous question, we already write this equation in another format. What was that one? Previous 5.4.1. This equation we already proved that is the same as 2 sin square x, then plus 3 sin x, then minus 2 is equal to 0. In the previous question, we already proved that that first equation is the same as the second one. Okay. Now here 5.4.2 is the general solution of these 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x. So it is enough to prove the general solution of this one, or it is enough to find the general solution of this equation, because we already proved that this equation and this equation are the same. Okay. So even though the question is to find the general solution of this first one, it is enough for us to find the general solution of the second one, because previous question we already proved these two equations are the same. Okay, so now I'm trying to find the general solution of this one. Okay, so what is our equation? 2 sine square x plus 3 sin x minus 2 is equal to 0. We have to find the values of x and general solution of x. Okay, so how can we find the general solution of x? So what you have to do is to make it as easy, so what I'm going to do is let m is equal to sin x. What I did, I called sin x as a small letter m. Okay, so now how can we write this equation? 2 sine square x, sin x is m, so it is m square, sine square x, that is m square, plus 3 sin x is m, so it is 3m, minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we have to factorize this one. Okay, so what are the factors? Is equal to 0. What are the factors, guys? 2m and m. So how can you factorize this one? I'm not going to teach that one here. Okay, anyway, let's briefly I will explain. Okay, there is a simple method. Maybe those who watch the algebra section, you remember. Okay, you just draw a cross like that. Then what is the coefficient of this m square? 2. What is the constant m? Minus 2. You just multiply these 2 and minus 2. Write it here. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Then what is the coefficient of m? 3. So you have to find two numbers. Product of the number is minus 4 and the sum of the number is 3. What are the numbers? Product multiply minus 4, sum 3. Two numbers. What are the numbers? 4 minus, come on, minus 3 minus 1. Am I right? Minus 3 times minus 1 is sorry. 4 and minus 1. Is it not so? 4 and minus 1. 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. 4 plus minus 1 is 3. Okay, not finished. Don't take that two numbers. What you have to do is, what is the coefficient of m square here? 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this coefficient of m squared I'm going to divide with the numbers that I got. So here the coefficient of m squared is 2, so divided by 2 divided by 2. So what is 4 divided by 2? That is 2. Then leave that one, minus 1 over 2. Then look at how I am going to write this 2. I'm going to positive 2, so it is plus 2. Okay, and this minus 1 over 2, what you have to write is this 2 is this one 2. Okay, then here it is minus 1, so that is a factor. Okay, so this minus 1 over 2, 2m minus 1. If it is minus 1 over 5, how you are going to write? 5m minus 1. If it is positive 1 over 5, then 5m plus 1. If it is 2 over 3, 3m plus 2. If it is minus 2 over 3, 3m minus 2, like that. Okay, so anyway, factors that you have to study from algebra, not from this section. Okay, so we got two factors, 2m minus 1 and m plus 2 is equal to 0. So from here, what is, either this one is equal to 0 or this one is equal to 0. Okay, so this, first we can take this one, 2m minus 1 is equal to 0 or m plus 2 is equal to 0. So from here, what is 2m? 2m is equal to take this minus 1 to the other side, so it is positive 1. Divide both sides with the 2, or take this 2 to the denominator. So what is m? 1 over 2. Actually, what is our m? We call m as sin x. So this m is sin x. So what we can say? It implies that sin x is equal to positive 1 over 2. There we got one solution. Sin x is half. Okay. Then from here, what is m? Minus 2. Sin x is equal to minus 2. So do you think you will get an answer for this x here? No, because the value of sin x is from minus 1 to 1. If I draw a graph, a normal sin x graph, I am talking about the sin x graph, not a shifting or a horizontal movement. Okay, so if I draw a sin x graph, you can see that the maximum value is going to be 1 and the minimum value is going to be, not minus 1, not minus 2, minus 1. Okay, so the maximum value of sin is maximum value is positive 1 and the minimum value is minus 1 for a sine graph. Here what is the value of sine? Minus 2. So you can't find a value for x. You understand? Okay, so this one is sin x is you can't find that one. It's no solution, or you can write a no solution there. Okay, so sin x is equal to minus 2 means that it is not between that minus 1 to positive 1. So here we can say therefore no solution, because maximum value of sine is 1, minimum value of sine is minus 1. So minus 2. So no solution. Okay, now we have to think only about this sin x is equal to half. Okay, so let me erase this one and write this equation, or let me write it there. Okay, sin x is equal to 1. What is our question? We have to find the general solution. Okay, so sin x, what is our equation now? Sin x is equal to half. That is our solution. Sin x is equal to half. Okay, so now sin x is half means what? It is positive half. Okay, so sine is positive. Sine is positive in which quadrants? Sine is positive in which quadrants? Do you remember that one? If you draw a Cartesian plane like this, here all are positive, that means sine is also positive. Here all sine, here sine is positive, here cos is positive, sine is negative, here also sine negative. So it means that sine is positive on the first and second quadrant. Okay, so first we have to find the acute angle. First one, what is x? If sine is positive, what is x? How can you find x? X is equal to sine inverse of this half plus general solution. That means we have to write plus k 360. So x is equal to, what is sine inverse of half? Check in your calculator. Sine 30 is half. So sine inverse of half is 30. 30 plus k 360. So that 30, you can see that 30 is an acute angle. That is on the first quadrant. First quadrant acute angle. Okay. Now what about the second quadrant? General solution, you have to write all the solution. Second quadrant, you know that second quadrant, how can you write? 180 minus theta. Am I right? Okay. So here theta is the reference angle 30. Okay, so now we have to write second quadrant x is equal to 180 minus the reference angle, that is 30 plus k 360. So x is equal to 180 minus 30 is 150 plus k 360. So that is the, so there are two solutions. One is x is equal to 30 plus k 360 and the second one is 150 plus k 360. This is one method. There are so many other methods also. Okay, yeah, so this is general solution for that equation. Now let's go to next question, question number 5.4.3. okay. Okay, next question. Question number 5.4.3. 5.4.3. Okay, before I go to the next 5.4.3, in that question 5.3, what is given? Look at that question once more. Given 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x. Am I right? This is what is given at the beginning of this question, question number 5.3. Okay, now let's go to 5.4. Now let's go to question number 5.4.3. What is written there? Hence determine two values of y. You have to find two values of y. Okay, so you have to find two values for y. Okay, and where the y lies, y must lies between 144 and 144 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 216. Okay, you have to find two values for y, and that y lies between 144 and 216. Okay, now what is that are solutions of 2 cos y 5y is equal to 3 tan 5y. So you have to find the value of two values of y that are solutions of 2 cos 5y is equal to 3 tan 5y. So this is not a part of this question. This is the given. It's a part at the beginning. It is given that 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x. Okay, now this one is 5.4.3. okay, so listen once more. You have to find two values for this y, and that y must be between 144 and 216, and that are a solution of this new expression or new equation. Okay, so can you see something here? Compare these two equations. Here you can see 2 cos x. Here what? 2 cos 5y. 3 tan x. 3 tan 5y. So what you can see there? Instead of this x, they write it as 5y. Look at this, x 5y, x 5y. Okay, so when it is like this, we wrote a two general solution. 2 cos x is equal to 3 tan x. We got two solution. Previous question, what are the general solution for this equation? X is equal to what was our general solution? 30 plus k 360, and the second general solution was 150 plus k 360. That was the previous question, right? Okay, 30 plus k 360 and 150 plus k 360. Okay, so that general solution are for the general solution when it is x. Okay, so the only difference is instead of this x, here it is 5y. Otherwise the trigonometry and the pattern, everything is the same. Okay, so when it is x, this is the general solution. Okay, so here we have to find the values of y when it is this like this. Okay, so what you have to do is instead of this x, you have to write it as 5y. They changed this x to 5y. So when it is x, this is the solution. So when it is 5y, what is the solution? That's the question. Okay, so look at the first equation. X is equal to, what is x now? 5y. Am I right? X is 5y now. So 5y is equal to 30 plus k 360. Okay, so now what is y? Divided throughout with a 5. So it is 30 divided by 5 is 6 plus k. What is this one? This is 72. 1/4. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so y is equal to 6 plus k 72. Okay, that is when we take this one, this general solution. So what is the next one? X is equal to, that means in our equation 5y is equal to 150 plus k 360. So what is y from here? Y is equal to, divide throughout with 5. So it is 30 plus divided by 5, so it is 72. So y is equal to 30 plus 72. Okay, 72. But here you have to find the specific answer, because you have to find, what is the question? You have to find two values for y between 144 and 217. So for that, what we have to do is you have to substitute different. K stands for the rotation. First rotation, second rotation, third rotation. K is equal to 1, K is equal to 2, K is equal to 3, like that. Anti-clockwise is positive and clockwise it is negative. Okay, so we have to find two values for y. So we can substitute different values for k. K is equal to 1. If I substitute k is 1, 72, 1 into 72 is 72. 72 plus 6 is 78. But that is not in our range. You understand? So what about if I substitute when k is equal to 2? I can substitute any values for k as 1, 2, 3, or minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Am I right? That stands for the rotation, anti-clockwise and clockwise. Okay. So if I substitute k as 2, what is y? 6 plus 2 times 72. So it is 144, 144 plus 6, 150. That means y is equal to 150. Am I right? 144 plus 6, 150. Yeah, and that 150 is between these 144 and 216. So we got one y value. Okay, then here which y value, which k value you have to get substitute, so that we will get a y value between 144 and 216. Let's try to substitute k y when k is equal to, here also let's try to substitute k as 2. Okay, so y is equal to 30 plus 2 into 72. So y is equal to, take your calculator, 144 plus 30, 174. So that 174 is also between 144 and 260. Okay, so we got two y values, 150 and 174, and that's the question. Okay, so that is 5.4.3. Now let's go to the next question, 5.5. Okay, next question, question number 5.5. Question number 5.5, that is a graph question, trigonometry graphs question. Okay, consider g of x is equal to, consider g of x is equal to minus 4 cos of x plus 30. Consider g of x is equal to minus 4 cos of x plus 30. So what is the first question? So there is an equation given, g of x is minus 4 cos x plus 30. Is a cos graph or cos function, and x plus 30 means what? X plus 30. X plus 30 means this plus 30 is not shifted to the right. Don't misunderstand that. Plus 30 normally we will think shifted to the right. No, it's not like that. 30 units to the left. X plus 30. Okay, that x plus 30 means 30 units to the left. Then what is this minus 4 stands for? Minus 4 stands for if it is let's say y is equal to cos x. Okay, then here the maximum value is 1 and the minimum value is minus 1, because here it is amplitude, that is 1. Okay, then if y is equal to 2 cos x, then the amplitude is 2, then the maximum value is 2 and the minimum value is minus 2. Y is equal to 4 cos x. Okay, so 4 cos x, then the maximum value is 4 and the minimum value is minus 4. Okay, so this minus 4 minus stands for the, is a reflection based on the x-axis. Okay, or change the sign of y. Okay, that I will explain later. So minus 4x or plus 4x, amplitude is 4. That means doesn't matter minus or plus. Okay, there is a change because the graph is shifting upside down like this. Okay, that is this minus or reflection based on the x axis. Okay, otherwise this 4 stands for the maximum and minimum amplitude. Minimum is -4 and the maximum is 4. Okay, so what is the first question? Question number 5.5.1. Question number 5.5.1. What is that question? Write down the maximum value of g of x. So what is the max? Since here it is -4, what is the maximum value of is 4 or -4? Doesn't matter, same thing. Okay, so what is the maximum value of -4x? 4 cos, that is 4. Okay, so maximum value of g of x is equal to 4. So in case if the question is what is the minimum value of g of x, it is -4x. Okay, what is the maximum value of this 2 cos x? 2. What is the minimum value of this g of x is equal to cos x? -2. Okay, what is the maximum value? 2. What is the minimum value? -2. Same thing. Okay, okay, so that is question number 5.5.1. now let's go to 5.5.2. what is that question? Determine the range of g of x plus 1. You have to find the range of g of x plus 1. Okay, what is the meaning of range means? What is the meaning of range? Range means possible y values. Okay, so what is our g of x? Our g of x is -4 cos x plus 30. Okay, now what is our question? Write down determine the range of g of x plus 1, not the g of x. Okay, so here what is the range? In this g of x, what is the range? I told you g of x graph maximum value is 4 and the minimum value is -4. Okay, so here in this g of x graph, range means possible y values. Okay, from -4 to 4. Am I right? Okay, so in this g of x graph, range is from -4 to 4. Okay, then what is the meaning of g of x plus 1? The entire graph is shifted 1 units upwards. That means now the new graph is something like this. You understand? Okay, so not up to here, like this. Okay, so anyway, the entire graph is shifted 1 units upward. That is the meaning of this plus 1. So this 4 is going to be 5. Am I right? This -4 is going to be -3. That is the range of g of x plus 1. So it's easy to find it like this. That is the meaning of this g of x plus 1. Okay, so when you write your answer, it is easy to find like this. First you write the range of g of x, -4 to 4. Okay, then you plus 1. Then what you have to do is you just -4 plus 1, that is -3. 4 plus 1, that is 5. -4 plus 1 is -3 and 4 plus 1, 5. That's the answer. Okay, so actual meaning is this one. G of x plus 1 means the entire graph g of x is shifted 1 units upwards. So here g of x graph maximum is 4. 1 units upward means 5. Minimum is -4. 1 units upward means -3. So what is the new range? From -3 to 5. Did you get the same answer? Okay, so this is an easy method, shortcut method to find the answer. So that is 5.5.2. now let's go to the next question, 5.5.3. next question number 5.5.3. 5.5.3. what is that question? The graph g is shifted. Okay, let me write that g of x once more. G of x is equal to -4 cos x plus 30. This is our given g of x. Okay, now what is 5.5.3? the graph g is shifted 60 degrees to the left. 60 degrees to the left. Left means just opposite of what we are thinking. Okay, left means is plus 60. Okay, then to the left, then reflected about the x-axis. So 60 degrees to left, shift 60 degrees to the left, and reflection based on the x-axis. Okay, so there are two transformations done there, 60 degrees to the left and reflection based on the x-axis. Okay, so try to understand like this. If it is reflection based on the x-axis, what you studied in graphs and function, if a graph is reflected based on the x-axis, you are supposed to change the sign of y. Am I right? Okay, so here okay, let me write this. G of x is the same as y. Y is equal to minus 4 cos x plus 30. So if the reflection is based on the x-axis, I'm supposed to change the sign of y. That means this y becomes minus y is equal to, don't change this sign now, minus 4 into cos of okay, let me write here reflection based on x-axis. That is how this y becomes minus y. Okay, cos x plus 30. Okay, now the second one I'm going to do, shift 60 degrees to left, shift 60 degrees to the left. So 60 degrees to the left means plus 60 to which one? To the x value. So this x is going to change as x plus 60, only x, but don't forget this 30 is there. Okay, so now look at how I'm going to write. Minus y is equal to minus 4 cos of this, instead of that x, 60 degrees to the left, that means x plus 60. So instead of that x, I'm going to write x plus 60, then plus 30. Okay, so minus y is equal to minus 4 into 60 plus 30 is 90. So it is cos of 90 plus x. 90 plus x means which quadrant is that? 90 plus x, that is in the second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sine is positive. Here what? Cos. Okay, so minus y is equal to minus 4 into 90 plus x is in the second quadrant. Second quadrant, sine is positive. Here what? Cos. So it is negative. Okay, then if it is based on 90, you have to change to its co-function. What is the co-function of cos? Sine. So it is sine x. Minus into minus is positive. So minus y is equal to 4 sine x. So how can you write y? Positive y throughout, multiply or divide with the negative. So positive y is equal to minus 4 sine x, and they call that equation as h of x. So it implies that our new h of x equation is minus 4 sine x. So two types of transformation. One is reflection based on the x-axis. We just change the sign of y. Okay, then the second one is shift 60 degrees to the left, that is this x plus 60. Okay, then just a simplification, then we got h of x. So that is question number 5.5.3. now let's go to question number 6. Okay, let's go to question number 6. Question number 6. So first let me draw that so this is the diagram given. Okay, and look at the diagram and what is given there in the question paper. PQ and AB are two vertical towers. So there are two vertical towers, PQ and AB. Okay, now from a point R in the same horizontal plane as Q and B, the angles of elevation to P and A are theta and 2 theta respectively. So here these angles theta and 2 theta. That's what they are saying. Okay, then angle AQR is equal to 90 plus theta. So AQR, that means this angle is 90 plus theta, this angle. Okay, this angle is 90 plus theta. Okay, now QAR is equal to theta, QAR is equal to theta, this angle is theta, then QR is equal to x. So it is given that this line is x centimeter or units. Okay, now based on this one you have to answer the following questions. What is the first question? Determine in terms of x and theta. So in your answer that you are going to write, there must be x and theta. Okay, and what is the first question? 6.1.1. 6.1.1 QP. You have to find the length of this QP in terms of x and r. So how can you find the length of QP? So have you seen this one? This is 90 degrees. This angle it is given. Look at your question paper. That angle is 90 degrees. And you have to find this QP in terms of x and theta. Okay. So what we can do to find that QP in terms of x and p? X is this one. Theta is this one. Okay. So what we can do is we can't take 90 plus theta. Don't forget that that 90 plus theta is not in our triangle. Or look at this triangle PQR. Okay, I'm going to consider that triangle PQR, and this 90 plus theta is based on this line. Okay, so don't take 90 plus theta. So based on this triangle PQR, look at this angle theta. So that QP, or sorry, PQ is opposite of this angle theta. Am I right? So if I draw that triangle here, this is 90 degrees. So this is theta. So this PQ is the opposite side of that theta. And this is 90 degree means this is the hypotenuse and this one is the adjacent side. Adjacent side is x. And you have to find the opposite side. So which trigonometry is connecting opposite side and adjacent side? Of course it is tan. Okay, so look at in triangle PQR, in triangle PQR, tan theta, I'm going to take the trigonometry tan theta. Tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is PQ divided by adjacent side is QR. Am I right? Okay, so tan theta, therefore tan theta is equal to PQ. That is what we want to find. Is it not so? First question is QP. QP is the same as PQ. PQ divided by QR is x. So from there, what is PQ or QP? This x you have to multiply with this one, cross multiplication. So it is x into tan theta, and that is the answer. You can see that QP or PQ in terms of x and theta. So that is question number 6.1.1. Now 6.1.2, what is that question? AR. You have to find AR in terms of x and theta. Where is this AR? Oh, AR is here. This is AR. Okay, so what is PQ? X tan theta. Let me write it here. X tan theta. That is our PQ. Okay. Okay. So we have to find AR in terms of x and theta. So to find AR, which triangle we can take in terms of x and r? So x is here, and x and theta. So theta is also here and here. 90 plus theta. Okay, or theta is here also. So you will get an idea which triangle you want to take. You have to find AR in terms of x and theta. So which triangle? This big triangle AQR. Okay, so 6.1.2, in triangle AQR, identify that triangle. If you want to pause the video and highlight in your question paper. Okay, AQR. So in AQR, I'm going to apply sine rule. Do you remember sine rule? Okay, those who, this is a revision section, those who didn't study sine rule, you must study from the class video where I explain all the rules: sine rule, cos rule, area rule. Okay, so here I'm going to apply a sine rule for this one. Look at this one here. We have to find AR, am I right? And do we know the opposite angle? Yes, 90 plus theta in AQR. Okay, so we have to find AR, and the opposite angle is in that triangle is 90 plus theta, and X opposite angle we know it is theta. So how can we apply sine rule? Opposite side, that is AR divided by sine rule. What is the opposite angle of that AR? 90 plus theta, this one, 90 plus theta. So it is sine of 90 plus theta is equal to, then I'm going to take this one. We want the answer in terms of X. So this side X. So it is X divided by sine of, what is opposite side of, opposite angle of that X? It is theta. So it is sine theta. So from here, what is AR? You just this is division, so on other side it is multiplication. So take this one to with this X. So it is X times sine of 90 plus theta divided by this sine theta. Tell me what is 90 plus theta? 90 plus theta means second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Cos is, I mean, sorry. 90 plus theta is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sine is positive. Here what? Sine. So it is positive. Then if it is based on 90, you have to change to its co-function. What is the co-function of sine? Cos. Okay. So this is X into, once more, listen once more, 90 plus theta is in the second quadrant. Second quadrant, what is positive? Sine. Here what? Sine. So it is positive. Okay. Then if it is based on 90, change the co-function. So what is the co-function of sine? It is cos theta divided by sine theta. So we got an expression X AR is equal to X cos theta divided by sine theta, or X by tan theta. You can write it like that also. Okay, so anyway, we got an expression AR is equal to X cos theta by sine in terms of X and theta. That is 6.1.2. Now 6.2, question number 6.2. So what is AR? Let me write it here. AR is X into cos theta divided by sine theta, that is X, and this is X tan theta. Okay, now let's go to question number 6.2. Okay, now let's go to question number 6.2. What is that question? 6.2. AB is, show that AB is equal to 2x cos squared theta. What do you want to show? Show that AB is equal to 2x cos square theta. You want to show like that. AB is equal to 2x cos square theta. Okay, so now how can you show like that? Here, where is this AB? First you have to identify that one. AB is here. Okay, and what do you want to show? 2x cos square theta. So cos is here, 2 theta is here. So anyway, AB is this one. So which triangle we can take? Here this triangle, let's consider this triangle ABR. Okay, so let's try that one. In triangle ABR, why I took that triangle? Because I can see AB there. Okay, this AB, and that is what we want to show. Okay, so in triangle ABR, okay, this angle is 90 degrees. So maybe you can apply Pythagoras theorem there. One second, let me think. This is 2 theta and we know this side. So we have to find the opposite. So why don't you apply sine 2 theta? Look at this. Sine 2 theta. What is the definition of sine? Opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is AB. That is what we want to find. And hypotenuse we know x cos theta by sine theta from the previous question. Okay. So let me try that one now. Sine 2 theta is equal to, I am going to consider this triangle and sine 2 theta. Sine theta definition is opposite side by. What is the opposite side of that the 2 theta is AB. So it is AB divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is this one. X. Okay, let me write first letters AR. AB over AR. Opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay. So from there, what is AB? That is what we want to show, AB. Okay. So you cross multiply this one. Am I right? This AR will multiply here. That is AR times sine 2 theta. Okay. Now, therefore, AB is equal to, what is AR? AR is our hypotenuse. We already proved that is x cos theta by sine theta. So it is x cos theta divided by sine theta into sine 2 theta. Now look at this one. We want 2x cos square theta. There is one cos theta here. Here what we want, cos square. So we have to get another cos somewhere here on the numerator. Okay, so what we can do? Yeah, this is a double angle, isn't it also? So we know the expansion of this double angle sine 2 theta. What is the expansion of sine 2 theta? 2 sine theta cos theta. Am I right? Okay, so instead of that sine 2 theta, I am going to write like this. AB is equal to x into cos theta divided by sine theta into this. Instead of this sine 2 theta, I am going to write 2 sine theta cos theta, that double angle expansion. Okay, so 2 sine theta cos theta. Okay, so now this sine theta and sine theta we can cancel. 2 into x, that is AB is equal to 2 into x is 2x, cos theta into cos theta is cos square theta, and that is what we want to prove. AB is equal to 2x cos square theta. Okay, so that is question number 6.2. Now 6.3. What is question number 6.3? If AB by, determine AB by QP if theta is equal to 12 degrees. AB by QP. AB is this one. We got AB. What is AB? 2x cos square theta. Let me write that on here. This one now it is 2x cos square theta. We know that one. Okay. Now QP. Where is QP? This is QP. We got as x tan theta. First question. Okay. Now this question is you have to determine AB by QP. Okay. So let me erase this one. So you have to find AB by QP. Determine AB by QP, and it is given that theta is equal to 12 degrees. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, theta is 12 degrees. Okay, so anyway, determine AB by QP. That is a question. So AB by, what is AB? AB we got as 2x cos square theta, 2x cos square theta divided by PQ or QP, x tan theta, that is QP. Okay, so now this x and x cancel. Okay, now what is this one? So it is remaining 2 cos square theta divided by tan theta. It is given in the question that theta is 12 degrees. So now we can substitute 2 into cos square 12 divided by tan into tan theta, that is 12. Cos square 12 divided by tan 12. So take your calculator, try to find the answer of that one. So in your calculator you will get 9. So the answer is 9. So AB by QP is equal to 9. So that's the last question in this February March 2018. Yeah, it's a lengthy section, but I hope you understand, okay, clearly. So you watch again and try to practice different models of questions. Okay, thank you for watching. See you on the next lesson. Thank you. Bye.